Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Dutchman Plays Umamusume. Earlier we did an episode with my brother. Very nice to see him. Thanks for his help. We kind of talked about the menu. We did a little bit of tutorialization on how to navigate everything, how your points are acquired and whatnot. We never actually touched on the actual game mechanics of the game. So, obviously, a horse racing game, you want to do your team trials, your daily races, but these are locked until you have at least E rank. And the way that you increase your E rank is by retiring horses from their career mode. I've done Taiki Shuttles. I got her to D+, which is very bad. Haru, I got to C rank, and Opera was my best run yet. I got her all the way to C+ rank. So I'm going to show you a little bit how to navigate that, how to get better at doing the actual campaign itself. So to start, on the home page, down here you have the career event. This uses TP, training points, to do it. The scenario I think is the same every time, at least until you get past the start, maybe. I'm going to play as Oguri Cap, because she's pretty straightforward, and I need a mile runner. If I go into her details, you can see acceleration is mile focused. So no matter what I do with her, she should come out as a good mile runner. I could raise her potential right out the gate, but this takes a set number of items to increase her potential. You can see I can increase Condor Pasa because I have so many of these yellow shoes. But it takes green shoes for Oguri Cap. There's also the Star Unlock, which this is gained by doing duplicate pulls. You'll unlock the star level, their unique skill will increase, their starting stats will probably increase a bit. But this is way harder to accomplish. So we're just going to start with Oguri. When you are starting a career mode, you need to select a legacy. Your very first run, you're not going to have any horses to make a good legacy with, but once you have completed some careers, you can slot these people in, and you're trying to find people who will complement your Musume. So, is it Taika? She's a front runner, which we don't need. She's wit specialized, which we're not looking for. She has plus 10 to speed though, so that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Haru is giving me power, which is good. Everything else is okay. We don't really need any extra dirt coverage. Opera is kind of the all-around that we're looking for. We get speed and we get power, which is perfect. She's going to autofill with some others, and then you can see the sparks that they have. These will... Wow! It's going to give me mile sparks? That's pretty good. I think I'm already at A. I don't know if it can go to S on your aptitudes, but the other one, if you have people you followed already, you have friends on your friends list, you can borrow their horses if you're willing to trade money. Where does this say it? This would be a good one. Stamina and speed. Well, I guess it could be better. Speed and power. It increases my sprint, which I don't need. Lots of speed from this, I don't know her. I don't remember her name. Right? Rudolph? Is this Rudolph? I would probably run Rudolph if I could. So you see, I have already used all my daily borrows. This would cost me a small amount of money. It's like 1,000. It's totally worth it. But you only get 3 a day, so can't do that. I have to use my own. And I think it's gonna be a Rara. Just to get the C, just to get the most number possible. Well, here we get Infinity of 0, so that's probably the better choice. Circles are good, triangles are not. So this must do some skills that match my character So we'll take that instead. If you don't ever want to have to think about this, you can just do auto select, it'll fill it out for you. The auto select button can include guests, so that option is there for you. The second part of the career is setting up your deck. Your starting cards are going to be kind of garbage. I recommend going to Enhance and leveling up all of your SSRs and your SRs. You're not going to be able to get everything. You see, I still have a couple of level 1s in here. But the effect of leveling your cards is so profound, it's absolutely important. And also you can borrow cards from people you have friended as well. Why is it so important to level your cards? Notice that right now she has a friendship bonus of 10%. That means if she's in my deck and I hang out with her during training, we'll get the friendship plus 10%. She also makes training 1% more effective. It gives me 10 guts for just being in the deck. She has a 1% race bonus, which I think is just like stats, and a 1% fan bonus. All this other stuff is locked. Specialty priority is important, initial friendship gauge is important. So if I go to select, I try to level her up. You can see it's going to cost 10,000 SP, which is our support points. This is all these are used for, as far as I know. So spend this one down as much as you can. Monies has a few other things it's used for, so maybe don't spend all your money on this. But this upgrading your cards is a very, 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 very good investment. This is how I got my opera almost to the end. Let's look at the other things that happen when we do this level up. So the friendship bonus is now up to 20 from 10%. So hanging out with her is more effective. Training effectiveness is 5 times as good. Initial guts is plus 15, so that's a huge bonus. 5% on the race bonus, 10% for my fans. Specialty priority means that she will more likely appear in the Guts Training Center. So when you're training Guts, you'll upgrade her friendship, which means she will make your Guts training more effective. If you don't have specialty priority, they'll kind of just wander around randomly, and sometimes you'll be training your wits, and the Guts guy will be there, right? The unique perk, Fighting for Fortune, extra training effectiveness and extra hint frequency. Well, we don't know how much she gives us regardless, but anyways, that's a good card. I'm gonna take it. I might even have enough to do the other one too. Here. I can. The other way to upgrade your cards is by uncapping them. This is only possible if you have duplicate cards, but it's also worth doing because it brings their cap up. Like, I still can't get specialty priority on this card. I can't get the power bonus on this card. Actually, this one has hint levels and hint frequency. I don't think the other one did. I don't know why that was its perk. Oh, maybe the perk replaces the support effects. Like, this one doesn't start me with any initial guts until I get it to level 25. Alright, that's cool. Interesting. Back to career. Here's my scenario record. That's probably my opera. Ogre cap. Let's see if the auto select agrees with what I did. No. We're not doing that. Taking opera, and you're taking Keiko Shuttle. Not the best, not optimal, but we have affinity on the skills. These are my best horses, so they're going to bring the best people behind them. We're going to get really good sparks from them. So I think this is the better way to go, even though the auto-select disagreed. Setting up your deck is important. I made a bunch of these that were like one type only. That is not how you want to go. I'll just even reset this and do auto-select to show you how it wants to do it. It wants to do an even spread amongst your best leveled cards. But that's not what you want to do if you want to have a successful career. the type of race you're aiming for determines the stats you need to prioritize. If we're going to be doing the mile with a Guri cap, then we need to focus on speed and strength. Stamina and guts are low priority for us. So I will take... Unfortunately, I only have 2 SSRs. They are guts and stamina. What do my friends have? A necessary speed, I think, is going to be really good for us. And I'm going to be a hater. I like Twin Turbo better. So I've got 2 speeds, 2 strengths. I have a support. And notice that she has a scenario link. He shows up in the scenario, the career, and helps out a whole lot. So definitely want one of these. I think I'm picking between these for their abilities. I just don't remember which one is better. I guess I'm going to take the 35, because that one's been uncapped once. This probably has a better ability on it. And we are good to go. The reason these matter is because now I'll have twice as many chances of getting a speed boost when I'm training. Twice as many chances of getting a strength boost when I'm training. Kiryu is Kakyoin is a very good friend. And then we have just a generic SSR. Boom. Let's get going. Here it shows the amount of TP you're going to lose. While an event is running, some of the cards will give you EP bonuses, event point bonuses. Some of the characters have event point bonuses. Go for it or don't. I don't really care because there's only 1 day left. I think less than 1 day left for the event. And there's no way we're going to get anything out of it. The first event is always the same. You meet with the director, you meet with the green hat lady. They kind of walk you through and welcome you to the place. Oguri Cap has gotten her first inspiration. So those 2 legacies I chose inspired Oguri with their racing. And now she gets some of the stats from those 2 Musumes. Her speed went up by 15, which is good. Stamina by 5 doesn't really matter. Power by 5 is fine. Front runner aptitude went up. And we have a hint level for dance is for Vittoria. Also, we can get shooting for victory. So we even have the unique abilities of the 2 Musumes. I don't know if either of these will help.
Yeah.
I guess on the PC version it has a text recap, which is pretty cool. But I am going to skip through this real quick. Just to show off more of the career mode. Blah 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 blah. So, this is the meat and potatoes of the career mode. You will always have, the first goal is to make your debut. You'll have 11 turns to train up as best you can, and then you're going to have a somewhat easy race that you're supposed to accomplish. The other goals will come up afterwards. Holy crap. And they get harder as they go. So first, we want to get 3,000 fans after debuting. This is pretty easy. You just complete races, place top 5 at NHK Mile C. This is where we're going to need our skills to be good. We're going to need our stats to be good. We're going to need to be ready for these. And some of these come really quick after each other. So like this is Classic Year late November. This is Classic Year late December. So after doing the top 3 in Mile, we immediately have to do the top 3 in Arima Kinen. Crazy stuff sometimes. Some of these are psychopathic, but it's fun. And obviously, the better your starting boost, the easier it'll be to be good at that point. We have energy, we have our mood. It consumes energy to do any training. Your mood is upped by recreation and will sometimes come down based on events that happen. Resting is how you recover your energy. Your skills menu shows you the current skills you have obtained, skills that have hints that are possible to acquire. And then these are the other starting skills I had. So I'll probably focus on what we are specialized in before I think about getting some of the other stats there. Actually, 120. Do I have enough? No, I need 160, 180. I think I'd want maybe even corner acceleration. That sounds really good. So we'll save up 60 points. In training, I can't give you 100% the best way to play this, but what I like to do is focus on your skills that you need. We are a sprinter, so we like speed and power, but also pay close attention to what friends are going to get boosted. How do I want to say it? Boosted by your training. Training stamina will only level up this girl. There is no one waiting at the racetrack. Nobody wants to do guts training. Nobody is studying right now. We'll actually level up our relationship with 4 Musumes by doing speed training. That is 100% what we're going to do, because getting their affinity up will unlock better training options, or give us a chance of having inspired training options. And that's when your stats will go to the moon. Again, I'm just skipping through the story events. A lot of these are generic and repeatable, especially the ones that have the green banners. We still have over 50% stamina, so our failure rate for all of our training is 0. As you get less and less stamina, eventually you will run out. Once you're below 50%, there's a chance of failure, and if you fail, then you have a chance of getting injured and getting a negative trait. If you get a negative trait, you have to go to the infirmary to fix it, and of course, it's a % chance. So there's no guarantee you're going to fix it in one. It's just a waste of time. It just ruins your training schedule, so don't do it. If you get a red exclamation point, it means one of your friends has a hint for you. Doing this training with that friend will unlock a skill, or unlock the potential for a skill, and that skill is related to that character. So she taught me a magic trick. This is an event from a support card. You'll get to see all this at your own speed when you go through your own. But here you can see is that trick. It's reduced by a certain percentage because we got it from our friend. We probably will never use this, but maybe we will. Who knows? Let's see. I have 9 turns left in my debut. Let's keep on training. I got friends here, so I'm going to do power first. The ones with the green border are the main scenario events. These are always the same. Alright, she's tired now. She said so as much. If I go over here, you can see we're now at 20% failure, which is extremely dangerous. So we're going to let Oguri rest. We also could have used the relaxation button, which also rests you a little bit, but not a whole lot. The bonus of recreation is that you increase your mood. Mood is incredibly important for racing, not so much for during training and stuff, so we'll probably buff that a couple of times before we hit the deadline. We have our health back. There are 2 people at speed, nobody's at power. Getting Kiryu up a little bit is important, but not right now. I don't think it's worth sacrificing our speed or our power for. The director is pretty good to work with. She will give you a little bit of extra skill points. Lucky 7. Lucky 7 is such a wild one. When you start in the gate number 7, like, good things happen. Woohoo! Sign me up. Two people at speed is really good. I think I will. In fact, I have a speed friend here, so I'm getting 13 from this. It's a little bit more efficient than if I were to just train by myself. More speed, more power. I think we have the energy to go one more time. 9% failure. She's probably just going to give me a magic trick again. I don't really know if I want to. Notice how much Kiryuin reduces the failure rate. 9% over here, 5% here. She's good. Oh, also Wit. Wit is always free because it also gives you a little bit of energy. It prioritizes skill points. Wit is used for resisting skills used against you. So it's not terribly important for any racer. And the skill points you get from it is also not anything to write home about. I'm just gonna rest here. I'm gonna take it super safe. Alright, let's do some more speed because our speed's lagging behind. Power is almost to E already. But I got two people here. And one of them is power focused, so I'll actually do power. What I'm doing now is I'm going to cut it. If I want to win, I have no choice but to train harder. Unusually determined, Ogura kept access extend. I'll let her do extra training. Energy will go down a little bit more, but we have plenty. You're a hero, Ogura. You really put your mind to it. You're doing anything special. Gotta be some modest. Great work. Did I really help everyone out? That's at first, I think. I'll be counting on you from here on out. Power up by 20 is huge. 20 power. I'm gonna trade with my speed friend. Some speed points. Alright. Because we used the speed training so much, we leveled up the facilities. So now speed is even more efficient. Oh, and we get to train with Kiryuin and Twin Booster. This is gonna be good. This is what we want to do. Power, speed, up. Kiryuin likes this. Oh, so because we trained with Kiryuin, we got the event where she raises the mood for us. We got another skill. Frenzied End Closers I probably don't care about. Increase acceleration when passing another runner mid-race. That's good. And because I think we're at the... Yeah, we're basically at the event. So I'm gonna go ahead and take acceleration for all my points. He wants to rest, but I might do recreation just to get her mood maxed out before the event. Alright, we did karaoke. Deep fried foods are so oily and heavy, and eating so much in one sitting is guaranteed to end the nasty bout of indigestion. Eat it with a grated daikon radish. You should hold a tempura party at the dorm. I like the party idea. Yeah! Alright, so she didn't get a whole lot of energy out of that. That might be a problem. But once you hit the time limit, if it's a race, then you enter into this screen here. You get one last chance to buy some skills if you need to. Then it's time to race. We're gonna skip all the text here. I'm gonna talk you through it. The title tells you everything you need to know about the race. This is a debut race, which means it's as easy as it can be. We are on turf, which is also simplified over here. 1,600 meters is a mile race, again simplified down here. The direction I haven't found too much use for. I'm sure there are skills that matter, but we're going to be making right-hand turns. And we're on the outer loop, I guess. I don't know what that means. It is summer, it is sunny, The weather is good. And it shows you how many fans you're going to gain as well. Remember, our second goal is to get 3,000 fans. If we get first here, we get 700. If we don't get first, then you get half, and then half, and then half again. You can click on predictions to listen to Green Hat tell you how good you're going to do. But this is just a guess. My Opera failed her debut race 4 times in a row. And she still made it to C+, so don't let your dreams be memes. Once you make it through the quick little story, you come to the actual race screen, which you're going to become very familiar with once you start doing your solo races and your team races. Here you see the summary of our stats. It doesn't tell you whether they're good or bad, it just summarizes them for you. It shows your attitudes for this type of race. This is on turf, which we're an A. This is a mile race, which we're an A. We are currently set to late, which we're an A. We can change this if we want to. We're also a pace chaser, rather than a late surger. We don't have any skills specifically tied to late or pacing yet, I don't think. Yeah, the only thing that we have is for a mile race. So we could do either late or pace if we felt like it. Let me read her Triumphant Pulse again. Greatly increased ability to break out of the pack by opening up a path when positioned toward the front with 200 meters remaining. So if you're in the group at the end, he's gonna burst out. That's pretty cool. That's a good power. In that case, I'm going to leave her in late so that she will be kind of with the others, and then she can show off that ability. If you want to skip the race, you can do viewer results. I think the debut especially it lets you do this, but most of the time you actually have to watch the race. Maybe this is going to be such a shutout, I can do view results. You can decide to watch it in landscape or portrait mode. Portrait gives you some dynamic close-ups on the faces, which is a little cool to see. You'll have cutscenes when the powers activate. Landscape is a lot more like a panoramic view of the race course. You'll just see horses racing, and they'll do their little spirals when they activate. I'll do a landscape for us. And then we're going to watch this all the way through, because this is Oguri Cap's debut race. Gotta cheer for our Oshi. I don't see any named characters in this race. These are all generic Musumes. And it tells you what position you're expected to get, what strategy you chose. This is first, second, and third. Again, these are the odds of you getting there. But anything can happen in the actual race, so... especially as you get to the later races, don't pay too much attention to those. Finally, I get to relax a bit. A few lazy clouds roll over Hanshin Racecourse. Race course, actually. Track conditions have been downgraded since the rain yesterday. But there are some Umamusume who prefer the track like this. With their sights set firmly on the top spots, the third favorite is number 7, Predatrix. You might not be satisfied with the ranking, but the second favorite is Outstanding Gig. Now here is the undisputed star of the show. It's Oguri Cap. Oguri Cap. And they're up. So we chose the late surger strategy for our Oguri Cap. The front runners are going to pull ahead here, and Oguri Cap is doing exactly what she's supposed to do and falling back. She's going to pace herself, save her energy. The pace runners would be in between these two groups, and then there are the end runners. I don't know what their official name is, are even further back. Oguri Cap has speed, she has strength, so when she gets to the home stretch here, she's going to muscle her way forward with a burst of speed, shove everyone out of her way, and just dominate the race. You can even see the late runners are catching up slowly but surely. And then here's that final burst of speed. Let's see what happens. The Guri Cap hasn't activated her ability yet, but she is just generally good at the mile run. She is well ahead of her competitors. This is not even close. And it's a shutout. Which is to be expected. That was our debut race. There weren't any named Umamusumes trying to keep us down. If they win, they'll give you a nice smile and a wave. If they lose, they'll be sad and dejected, so try not to lose too much, or your horse girls will be sad. You always have to clear your debut race in first place in order to start climbing up the legendary tree. Now, each of these tiers are unlocked by reaching set numbers of fans. I'm not too sure exactly what that does to anything, aside from being cool, because the rank comes from your stats and your skills. So I don't know what having a lot of fans does aside from score. Anyways, we cleared our debut. We get a whole bunch of skill points because we won a race. It's very important to learn is that skill points come from racing. If you want to unlock skills, you need to do races. And the stronger the race, the better the skills you get. When you start doing your own races after you pass your debut, it gives you this recommended option. Center stage is pretty good. This will show you the easiest race that will get you the most fans. This one will give you the hardest race that you still should have a chance to win. The race will match your running style, your length style, but it should challenge you. And it says it gives you a lot of skill points in return. That's actually kind of a lie. As far as I know, the skill points are set by your support cards. It's a very minor difference going up the ranking. But maybe not. I'm trying to think back to my Opera run. Opera got a lot of skill points all the time. I think it was because of the card she had, and I think it might have been because of some of Opera's passives. But I definitely wasn't doing Path to Fame with her. Oh, I trust in my horse. No races to compete in, we really just started. But you can skip ahead and see what's coming up. So our goal is to get 1,900 fans. This one's going to give us 1,600. But if I can find a G3, now we're getting into the actual, like, named events. Sapro Turf is also very good for us. I don't know, maybe we'll just do a training and try to knock these two out. Actually, hold on. I thought I saw something. Schedule. Oh, look at that! That's sick! So I didn't know that. When you see a race you like, you can click to schedule it. She's tired. This is easy. We're just gonna rest. And we're gonna see what that scheduling does. The reporter introduces herself. She can now show up during training. Talk about being hardcore. Uh-huh. Okay, so it just gives you a quick little pop-up and says, hey, you had a race scheduled for today. You want to do it? Yeah. Yeah, let's go. I mean, we killed our debut. Let's see how we do here. We have a chance of getting second, which is not great to see. But I think that just means that my passive's gonna actually get a chance to activate. I think we did a pretty good job covering how to run career mode, how to level up your Musumes. One last thing I want to say is that whether you succeed by completing all of your career goals, or you fail at any point, Your Musume will retire and become a veteran Musume for you. She will keep her stats, she will keep her skills, and you even have a chance to buy skills at the end. That Musume will now join your team for team battles, free races, all that good stuff. You'll be able to start doing your dailies and getting your carrots and whatnot. Ooh, there's acceleration just activated. We must be on a corner. So Guri Cap's gonna push a little harder. She's kind of getting caught up in the group. And this can happen, this can be a problem. You want to have a really good strength stat to avoid this. There are also some skills that give you navigation ability, and they'll just like not get caught in the group in the first place. She did force her way to the outside, so now she has a clean shot forward. She's made it to second place already. I think Oguri's gonna dominate this. Final burst of speed, 200 meters. She's past Reiwa. And that's a win, let's go! Sorry, Daiwa. I always get Daiwa confused with Reiwa. Reiwa is the era in Japan. Daiwa is a horse. But yeah, heck yeah. First place finish is super, super, super good. Second place is fine, but not what you were hoping for. Anything less than that, unless it's for your objective, is just not worth doing. So there we got 2,462 fans. Remember it told us it was going to give us 1,600? Well, this is from our support cards. We got, dang, almost a whole 50% more fans because of that. I think first place also helps a little bit. But man, that's fantastic. That's great. With that, our goal is achieved. But we might still want to keep racing because... let's see. Nothing beats the real thing. I'd rather have a real Oguri Cap than a plushie of her. Again, we got... let me scroll up a bit. We got 39 skill points from that race of our 84. So almost half of our points came from that one race. And with how expensive these get, that's a good thing to do. I would like to get Hydrate as we play in the pace position. Corner acceleration I also really want. I got normal acceleration. That's what activated. I want to get corner acceleration. I can say this much. Some of the conditional ones are probably not worth getting right away. Wet conditions isn't always going to happen. So even being good at wet grass might not be as good as getting corner acceleration. Every race has corners in it. This will always be useful. It might not always activate, but it will always be potentially useful. Hydrate is also just a chance, but that's a really good one. Just recover mid-race for being a pace chaser. Good stuff, good stuff. Lucky 7, super random. Like, I wouldn't spend points on it. 3-tier training? Again, I want power and I want speed, so I'm gonna take this one. You need food for energy. I know Oguri Cap is a big eater, so I'm gonna make her feel validated. Ooh, power training. A skill for my boost gal. A skill for my strength gal. This gives power and speed, so this isn't the end of the world. And she's already a green. Let me get the guts. I said I was gonna end it and move on. Calm in a crowd is okay. I like it. Be honest and apologize. Do the right thing. Mood down. But Lone Wolf. I think Lone Wolf is good. Moderately increased performance when no other runners have the heart of a Lone Wolf. I could see this backfiring though. We might end up facing Brian. And I think Brian is notoriously a lone wolf, so I'll skip that for now. Corner acceleration, let's stay focused. This is a good race. 3,000 fans. What are the predictions? How well are we here? Again, we don't need stamina, so speed and power. Yep, we're still the favorite. I'm gonna do the vertical view so you guys can see that one. And you can decide whether you prefer this or that. Oh, we're in the 7th position. We totally should have gotten the skill. Sapporo Junior Stakes. Sapporo Turf, 1,800 meters. Maybe that's why I wanted stamina for us. 1,800 is pretty far. Oh shit. Oh shit. Gold Ship and Vodka are here? Holy frick. Gold Ship unironically scares the shit out of me. She is so terrifying. Her strategy is she's either late or end. So she just like hangs out doing literally nothing the entire game. And then all of a sudden you're in like 2nd position on the final stretch and she goes flying past you and it's not even close. And you're like, where the hell did you come from? What the hell was that? Alright, we're making progress. We're 5 out of 14. Someone activated. I don't know if it's anyone important. That dang gold ship is in front of me. Come on, Cap. Get in there, Cap. 5th place, coming around the corner. We don't have our acceleration yet. Our corner acceleration, I should say. We have a chance to accelerate when we pass someone. Alright, we're in 3rd. Put on the gas. Come on, Cap. 2nd. Let's go. I don't think they can pass us unless they activate a skill. Oh, I saw an activation. Keep going. Gun it. Gun it. Let's go. Woo. It was a close one. That was much closer. But that was a G3 race. They're graded G3, G2, G1. G1s are the hardest. That's where you're gonna get your like triple crown titles and all those. This was a Sapporo Junior Stakes. It's still a trophy. It's still worth doing. We have over 5k fans now, so we made it to the 2nd tier. I guess you get items when you go up the tiers. So we got those green shoes. I think that's actually all we needed to level her up to the next potential. Oh god, dinner's on me too today. We're gonna run out of money. Alright, skills are at 145, so one more good race like that, and we'll have it. We're of course gonna let her rest though. There are some character-specific events that happen. Then I want to see what the next race is. Another G3. I think we can do this one too. Either way, I think we'll still get 40 out of this, even if we don't get 1st. Oh my god. Triangle for 2nd. Who is in this race? Air Groove? Oh, jeez. Grass Wonder? Maruzensky? What do you mean? So once you start doing the G races, that's when you start to see the named Musumes coming out. They're as good as you would expect. Look, Grass Wonder is a shoo-in for 2nd place. That is not going to be easy to beat. Pace, front. All three of these horses are just going to be running away from us. And we're going to have to rely on our skills and abilities to pull us through. Let's see it. Give me the landscape this time. It was too tense on the portrait mode. I couldn't see whether we were going to win or not till the very end. I can go over some of the skip functions. You can skip through the title, you can skip through the brackets, and then once the race starts, the skip button will not immediately skip the race, it'll skip you to the final curve. So Aguri held her position. None of the scary racers are in front of us. Wait, no they are. They're just not wearing their uniforms. It's hard to tell from their hair alone. We're fourth, we're third, we're pushing, we're second, we're pushing. Get first. Yes, yes. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Yeah, easy win, easy win. I was never afraid for a second. Also, Grass got second, like everyone knew she would. Maru Zensi gets really scary later. I don't think she's ramped up yet. Oh, we got those items just for running the race. So races are a good way to get items, good way to get money. I'm sure the ranking here matters for something. Dinner's on me. Eat up, girl. You did good. Masterful Gambit. What is that? End Closer. So End Closer is the final one. You stay all the way in the back until the very end of the race. Corner Acceleration, I've been waiting all this time for it. I want it. Give me the speed in that curve, baby. Alright, now I'm gonna call it there. So that's basically how career mode works. Once you're done with that, whether you finish the career, which is not likely, or you fail and have to retire early, your girl will become a veteran Umamusume. They start you with some G+ ranks, but these are just like the generics. You see even Daiwa, I ran her for a little bit, failed immediately because I had no idea what I was doing. But these are all the characters that I've actually ascended. And then soon I will have a very good Oguri cap also. Those characters get slotted into your team trials. You want to upgrade these as soon as you can and aim for ones that you're missing so that you can, you know, get your rank up. Once you get your rank to a high enough level, E3 specifically, then you get room matches where I guess you can play with your friends. E is enough to get the time trials and the daily races. You get 6 daily tickets, and then there are 2 types of races, the mild, the medium, and you can use any of your horses to run these. Ooh, you can purchase tickets. I don't want to, but that option is there if you need to. And what's the reward for team trials? I do these. Oh, alright. Well, that's pretty straightforward. 1500 for a Class 6 first promotion? I see. Retention. Demotion. Current promotion line. 72,827. Class 1 team trials in promotion range. Cool, okay. I don't know when promotion happens. Raise your high score to get promoted to the next class. Achieve excellent race results and record your high score. Every week, the class you're in will change based on your high score. So you have a week to build a good team, and then try to promote. And every time you promote, you get better and better rewards. Your first promotion gives you the best rewards. Retention at the highest level gives you really good rewards. So yeah, try to promote. Try to do the best you can. Support bonus comes from the level of your cards total. So eventually you might want to level up your R's, but until you need to, I wouldn't recommend it. And that's it for this episode. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me find somewhere where the horses won't talk to me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like and subscribe button. It really helps small channels like this one grow and reach a wider audience. And I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, and good luck in your races.